Back in 2020, when there were the pandemic, the economic decline, online schooling, World War almost had another sequel, Helltaker was skyrocketing in popularity, and the internet was full of Demon Girls fan arts. What a time to be alive! The Coffin of Annie and Leyley is an indie RPG psychological horror game about a sister and a brother who got stuck in a never-ending quarantine due to some viral parasite. Their food source was running out, so they resorted to cannibalism, murdering people, and demon summoning in order to get out of the quarantine zone. At the same time, they also had to deal with each other's quirk and childhood traumas. And if you don't mind, I'm gonna call this game the Coffin game from now on to be short. Now, what does this edgy and messed up 2023 game have to do with the wholesome and cute 2020 legendary game which is Helltaker? I've seen a lot of people comparing or talking about the similarities between Helltaker and the Coffin game, so I decided to do a little research myself. Of course, it's still two different RPG games. Helltaker is about seducing demon girls while the Coffin game is about surviving mentally unstable women. One game is completely free, the other is $9 if you want to play episode 2. You can try out episode 1 for free, but it's not available right now, which sucks. I agree that the art style of the Coffin game is as simple and effective as the Helltaker art style, but am I the only one who think that Andrew and Ashley are so much similar to Melina and Zarada in Helltaker? One character is a certified nerd, and the other character is real good at pissing people off. I relate to it more than just an art style thing. People also call the Coffin art style as heavily inspired version of Trinjack and Doomer Girl, which is not wrong, but I don't know, I can't say anything else besides their similar looks. Maybe it's a product of both. Maybe it's just how an artist's art style naturally leveling up after each games and becoming more polished. But one thing for sure, once you have the right art style, the scary women, the relatable personalities, people gonna fall for it hard. Although Helltaker is not a game with innovative gameplay or even a well-written story, people ate it up because of the demon girls. I don't know who said it, but the sole reason why Van Ripper made Helltaker was for the fans to embrace his shadowy dress demon girl fetish. Right from the start, this was some weird satanic subcore porn fetish game and people don't mind that. They also allow people to do what they want to do with fan arts, and the game is so successful that it has its own figurines and nendoroids. I'm not trying to criticize Helltaker for being known as the honey bait game or game that has massive amounts of porn or anything, even though it's kinda ridiculous that they had to make a separate subreddit dedicated to that stuff only because there's just so much. Helltaker is one of those games that people may discover because of the porn, but the game itself is actually enjoyable enough to make people stay and support the author in the long run. Occasionally, this game is called out by Twitter for being Kuma bait, some even went as far as bomb rating the game and accusing it of normalizing Satan. Does that sounds like something which is happening right now to the Coffin game? I don't know if Leyley, the author of the Coffin game, actually wanted people to draw some fictional siblings doing sibling things or not, because I remember when they answered some questions on the itch.io game page, one of their comments was like, this game wasn't initially planned to have incest in it, but it was not the first time they make games like that. Anyway, just like Van Ripper, Leyley gave artists the horny license, and the Coffin game now suffered the same fate as Helltaker. But once again, talking about the game's value, the Coffin of Annie and Leyley is enjoyable to play through, except for some cutscenes and other stuff that are not so enjoyable. But what do I expect when I know that I'm playing a horrible game about awful people doing terrible things anyway? You know what game also has a horrible story about horrible people? It's Helltaker. I know I just told you a few minutes ago that Helltaker was made so more Demon Girl fanarts could exist, but Van Ripper also had something else in his mind. He wanted people to know that despite the Helltaker's success in taking Demon Girls from hell, he still lived a short life full of suffering. The moral of the Helltaker story is to tell you that life can be shit, but you better enjoy it as much as you can. And at the end, there's no actual good ending or bad ending to the story. He noticed the average Helltaker fan tends to ignore or forget that this game is about bad girls doing bad things, that they just want cute demon girls doing cute things or curious angel doing curious things. So 1 year later, he released the Helltaker DLC as a way to balance between the wholesome stuff and the dark, edgy stuff the fans didn't like that much. They found out that their favorite and only angel of the demon harem, Azazel, finally became a demon. She enslaved other demon girls, committed several atrocities in the name of science and whatever. The game is not about hot demon girls anymore. The fans were just so used to consuming wholesome fan arts and comics that it could hardly accept Taker. Just like how certain people want a game about psychotic and crazy teenagers doing outrageous things, but draw the line at incest when episode 2 came out. However, this is where the Coffin game shines a little. For Helltaker, what's done is done, it is what it is. The angel turned into a demon in both timelines. Any other demon girl is her slave. Helltaker will never return, they're all canon events. But for the Coffin game, you still have the option to revert if you accidentally or intentionally end up in that path, or you can just avoid it. The game gives you the safe choices and it depends on you to take it or not. It doesn't force feed you with incest and it will never do. So to sum it up, you got two games that have charming art style, mentally unstable women who are famous because of the porn or incest or whatever. And then the backlash on Twitter, the bomb rating on Steam, the community response, I guess is really similar. Maybe it already happened to other games before, I don't know. This video is just a way for me to talk about games that I like, and somebody may disagree with me on certain things, but just don't take it too serious. And I'm gonna end this video right now. I've said all I wanted to say, but I would also like to hear from your side of the story. Do you think Helltaker and the Coffin of Annie and Leyley have that much in common, or just vague comparison? It already happened to many other games or what? Write them down in the comments so I can feel that I'm not alone. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked the video and I hope that we'll be meeting again in the future video that is positively related to the Coffin of Annie and Leyley. Goodbye and take care.